recently I've been trying to identify at least one thing I like and one thing I dislike within the first hour of playing a game. I think this might be both. The opening to Zelda Minish Cap is pretty standard. You have a minor exposition dump, a little time to explore a secluded part of the map, and then you're hit with a conflict that is admittedly pretty predictable, but comes at you at a point when you just start to feel comfortable with your understanding of the structure of the world that you're in. Except in this game, the girl in your house isn't your grandma.
Nice!
Princess Zelda herself, who in this game is a childhood friend of Link's, is here to bring me along with her to the Picori festival happening in Hyrule Castletown. We hang around the festival for a while, Zelda passively tells me how pathetic I am, and we go on our way. I drop Zelda off at Hyrule Castle, and since I'm around, I get invited to watch a ceremony that's happening at the castle grounds garden. The introduction of conflict in this game is executed in a pretty effective way. The Picori blade, shown in the aforementioned exposition dump to have saved Hyrule from an otherwise unfortunate fate, is presented to the winner of a competition going on during the festival. The winner of said competition is a guy named Vaati, who is granted permission to touch the sword. Vaati does a little more than touch the sword. Vaati destroys the sword, which in turn releases tons of monsters back into the fields of the kingdom, and then proceeds to turn Zelda to stone after a not-so-valiant attempt to save her made by Link. Now you'd think that all of this would make for a promising motivation for you to help the residents of Hyrule get back to their normal everyday lives and save your friend. But that motivation is partially ruined by the fact that Vaati is probably the least intimidating antagonist I've ever seen. I mean, come on, look at this dude and tell me he doesn't cut his grilled cheese into quarters. Someone like Majora could throw a fat slice of Emmentaler between two bricks and I'd be scared into calling it an artisan masterpiece. After hopping out of bed with a broken leg and 3 shattered vertebrae, the King of Hyrule informs me that the Picori blade, originally made by the Picori, needs to be repaired in order to stop Vaati. A problem presented to the room is the fact that the Picori are only able to communicate with children. How convenient! I'm a child! He gives me the broken Picori blade and I'm sent on my way to the Minish Woods where the Picori are said to live. When I arrive, I see that the woods are crowded with Octoroks. Oh, look how cute they are in this game. They aged super well from the monstrosities that they were on the N64. I mean, come on, don't you want to just give it a... Oh. Okay, a little timid, I get it, but I'm friendly, trust me. Oh, okay, funny joke, brother. Bring it. Huh. Oh, okay, cool. Now that I got that out of my system... Oh, come on. I just want to talk to the Picori and have this be over and done. Okay, yeah, no, I have time. Oh, okay. Now...
Let me play the game!
Oh, I actually look kind of fresh. This green bird hat is named Eslo. He's the companion character in this game. He seems to, for some reason, be interested in taking down Vaati as well. And I can't exactly turn him away, because he's literally embedded himself into my skull, but more the merrier, I guess. Coming over to this stump, Eslo informs me that the Picori, or Minish as they call themselves, are microscopic, and I'm gonna have to shrink down to their size in order to communicate with them. Apparently, if I hop on this stump, I'll... You know, Eslo, you haven't exactly given me a reason to like you so far, but it's worth the trip. Okay, Minish Village, blah blah blah, Jabberknock, blah blah blah, friendly at the Deepwood Shrine, suck a pop stool, suck a big choo-choo, yep, okay. I've got the Earth element, and after having talked to the Minish Elder, I now know that I need this element and 3 others so I can fuse them into the Picori blade and restore it to its full power. Now, unfortunately for Eslo and I, the blade is broken, but it just so happens that there's a capable blacksmith named Malari on Mount Krenel that can repair it for us and grant us access to the dungeon where the next element is. So, what are we waiting for? Come on, Eslo, let's head over to Mount Krenel and get that... Wait, who's that? Oh, hi sir, how are you? Kinstone pieces? I can't say I've ever heard of them. Fusing kinstone pieces, you say? Well, that sounds kind of interesting.
Oh, okay, haha, I should probably go find my mom!
Hey, sorry, is it okay if I hang out here for a minute? There's this guy out there and he's making me super uncomfortable and... Today sucks. Okay, can we just scale this mountain already? Somehow that seems like the easiest part of this entire adventure so far. Hey, you're Malari? Cool, this is for you. I'm done with this shit. There's not too much going on in the Cave of Flames. It has these enemies called Rollerbites, and you can make them curl up into balls and put them in holes and walk all over them, and it's kinda icky. Listen, Eslo, I know minecarts seem like an efficient way to get around, but I have a really bad feeling about... Am I getting no-ballsed by a fucking bird hat? Okay, fine, we'll do it. If I could take you off, you would be so dead right now. Whatever, man. Kill a dragon, typical Tuesday. Another element down. Now I guess I can check on what kind of progress Malari made with the Picori blade. Whoa! Oh, you made quick work of that, huh? I'm sorry for being so hostile earlier, baby. You did great. My tender moment with Malari has persuaded him to give me information on the sanctuary that allows me to fuse the elements into the white sword, as it's called now. This sanctuary only appears every 100 years and is located in Hyrule Castle. I guess I have to go meet with the king now and ask him where to find the sanctuary. My man, you're literally wearing me. What are you trying to say? Oh? You've never heard of such a thing in your castle, you say? Well, that's pretty embarrassing, because I just checked your basement and there's a spooky glowing hole in the wall. Telling me you've never noticed the spooky glowing hole in the wall there, King Man? No? No, not even once? Never thought to look in the spooky glowing hole? Alright.
Bing sanctuary, bang zappy beams, boom new sword, pow magical...
Magical stone tablet. Eslo, do you seriously expect me to do anything you say anymore? Okay, it was kind of fun.
Hey Eslo, I don't feel so great.
Oh, we are not doing that again. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh look, it's discount Sasuke Uchiha. I forgot I wrote that. It's at this point that I learned that Vaati and Eslo are both apparently Minish. Eslo was a master craftsman and Vaati was his apprentice who is for seemingly no reason hellbent on obtaining power. He steals a
magical cap
that Eslo was working on that grants the wearer any wish they want. Vaati wishes for, well, power basically. What do you expect? He uses his new power to turn Eslo himself into a cap, which leads to the events of the story. Vaati Medusa Zelda, blah blah. We find Eslo in the Minish Woods, hee-ho. But what I want to know is that if I had to eat a jabbernut in order to understand the language of the Minish, and Eslo himself is a Minish, how the hell was I able to understand Eslo when I first met him? Like what, is he a craftsman and a polyglot? Well, I guess with more story stuff out of the way, we can continue on to the next area. Oh. I didn't realize they made them in blue. Well, I suppose we can give this relationship another go, yeah? Come on, get over it. What's this? Dramatic irony in my Zelda game. The gull. Also, why is no one guarding the king? I feel like 83% of the name guards implies that someone should be guarding him. But oops, looks like Vaati's disguised himself as the king and ordered all of his men to search for something he refers to as the Light Force, which I have to assume is the same thing as the Golden Light that was mentioned at the beginning of the game. Well, it's not like it's any concern to young Link here. He just needs to worry about finding those elements and memorizing his multiplication tables. Unless he decided he didn't want to, but Miss Secord didn't like that, so she sent home a note to Link's parents who got really mad at him that night and grounded him for 3 weeks. So he memorized those multiplication tables. Oh, he memorized them so good. Link was such a good boy from that point on. Are you proud of Link, Mom? Are you proud of him? According to my map, the Castor Wilds is the place that holds the next element. But alas, they are mud. Eslo drops a little hint that I can't walk fast enough to get around all this mud. So you know what that means?
It's running time, baby!
Time to dust off those Revolution 5s you've had sitting in your closet for the last 4 months and hop to it. Seriously though, when you get the Pegasus boots, Link moves. And don't even get me started on when you learn to use them in tandem with your sword. When you unlock that, Link literally becomes a weapon of mass destruction.
I've been waiting for this!
Moving around in the Castor Wilds is a cinch now. It does get kind of repetitive having to switch directions mid-sprint, which is something that's mandatory for maneuvering around the area, but this is one of the few areas in the game where the Pegasus boots are even needed, so I'll give it a pass. While I'm here, I need to find 3 special kinstones, so I'm probably going to have to search the whole area for them. There are these creepy-ass statues blocking the way in some areas, and they all only have one eye. And if I know anything about Zelda games, I'm gonna find me a bow to shoot at those peepers real soon. Hey, wow, that's crazy. I just got a bow. Wow, crazy how I wrote the script after having beaten the game. That's nuts, man. Hey, did you stop the video a second ago to read ahead on the script? I'm sure at least one person did. In fact, if I was in your position, I'm fully convinced I would have as well. If you were one of those people, I want you to stay right here. If you weren't, please feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp displayed on screen. Anyways, I want to clarify that I'm not mad or anything, I'm just curious. What compelled you to stop this 20+ minute long video just to read text that you were bound to hear in a couple seconds anyways? You took time out of your day to watch this video, and I appreciate that greatly, don't get me wrong. But your experience will not be enhanced by this. Maybe you wanted to look at how I structured the script and see what you would have done differently. Maybe you wanted to identify what program I was using and go down to the comments and heckle me for using Word instead of Docs. Maybe you really like 12-point Times New Roman. Whatever your reason may be, I just want you to reflect and think about what brought you to this moment. How's your day going? Are you okay? Are you truly doing what you love? How fulfilled do you feel living out your current routine? When was the last time you told the people in your life how much you appreciate them? This moment, fleeting. This moment and every subsequent moment are independent of one another and unrecognizable. Fleeting. This is the only moment in your life that will feel uniquely like this. Fleeting. You experience a myriad of moments throughout the course of your life. Can you say that you've experienced them all to their fullest potential? Food for thought.
Oh!
Now that I can shoot at these statues, hear me out. Link looks so confident in this shooting position, and when he shoots the statues in the eye, his arrow hits them in the middle every time without fail. So, tell me why he's able to pick up a bow and instantly be a master marksman, but also had to go to Swiftblade to learn how to go. But whatever, it's fine. I've gotten all the kinstone pieces I need to progress into the Wind Ruins, and then into the Fortress of... Wait. The walls. They're made of... Alright, spoiler, the wind element isn't even here and Link makes a persona, that's all you need to know.
I'm just gonna head back now.
Well, since the wind element got put on the back burner, I guess I'm headed for the water element now. Here's the problem though. My map tells me that the element is in the middle of Lake Hylia. I'm a stupid little baby that can't swim. What do stupid little babies that can't swim do to learn how to swim? We pay other people's overdue fees at the library. I know it sounds stupid, but this is probably one of the coolest ways that the developers integrated normal-sized gameplay and Minish-sized gameplay. By returning missing books to the library, you create ladders out of the book's coil bindings for Minish Link to climb up so that he can meet up with a swimming instructor. Alright, teach. When do we start?
Man, Splashies was nothing like this!
At least here you get a free pair of flippers. Apparently if I had forked over what, like $30 growing up, I could have been zooming around in the water like Link here. Instead now, I'm just chilling in the water like, oh no, I'm a collection of pixels that knows not buoyancy. This was a stupid joke that more effort was put into than needed. Ah! Speaking of stupid jokes, wanna see me make the Link breaking every bone in his body one for the third time? Alright, sick. This dungeon so far actually seems pretty small. Hell, the first thing you see when you go down this staircase is the boss door. Just some quick block sliding puzzles and I'll be on my way. Alright, where is it? Let me smack it into next week. Oh, it's you. The Queen Bee. The Divine Mollusk. Their god. No, I must unfreeze it. I will not allow this to be a one-sided battle.
Coward! Get back here! You know not of the pain I have endured to this point. Not of my past or the future that awaits me. I can assure you of this, though. It will be one that you will not survive to witness! Yes, the deed is done, the prophecy fulfilled! Look upon me, vile creatures! I have slain your false god! I am your god now! My divine power! Let it radiate fear within your souls! From this day onward, you will only answer to me. dare cross me and your life is forfeit, you impertinent fleas!
Alright, let's head out. Immediately after hopping out of my new stronghold, I'm greeted by the ghost of Gustav, a former king of Hyrule. He asks me to stand before him, and as I do, he disappears. Somehow, though, I guess he got my map without me noticing and marked a location on it. What kind of booty call is this? I guess I'll go check it out once I fuse this element. Okay, I'm no doctor, but I don't think grass is normally this purple. This area is so distinct from the rest of the game, it's jarring. At no other point have I been scooped up by anything, licked like a lollipop, and then kicked to the curb like nothing happened. Like, come on, man, at least answer my text. After going through a Lost Woods type puzzle and getting a key from Dompe, I gain access to the Royal Crypt, which the game tricks you into thinking for a second that it's a full-blown dungeon, but it's actually just an excuse for Gus and I to get some alone time. He gives me a special kinstone and then tells me to find the source of the flow. After what it took to get here in the first place, I don't think I like what that implies. I mean, I'll do it, like, for Zelda or whatever, but I arrive at the Vale Fall. Wait, you hear that? Where's that coming from? Oh, God, I think someone's stuck behind these stone doors. Wait, they want to fuse? Well, okay, friend, don't worry, we'll get through this together.
Oh, thanks, man. You wouldn't believe the lockjaw I got from the last guy that came through here.
So, anyway, you coming in?
What?
Okay. At the top of the Vale Falls, I find a twister that shoots me up into the cloud tops. And for the love of God, Nintendo, please bring the Wind Tribe back into new Zelda games. Look how fucking cute this design is. Okay, everyone, are we all ready to get some secondhand motion sickness? Well, looks like I made it to the Wind Tribe HQ. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Wind Tribe knew something about the missing wind element? Isn't it just wonderful how all that works out? The Wind Tribe Elder also mentions that once I fuse all the elements into the white sword, the way to the light force that Vadi was talking about earlier will open up. You know, I've opened up the way to get to some type of all-powerful item in this series before, and that really didn't turn out well for me last time. Alright, I'll give it to you straight. The Palace of Winds is the most forgettable dungeon in this game. Maybe it's just because in other dungeons you had things like,
Whoa, I'm flying over pits of lava. Whoa, I run around this barrel and it opens up different paths for me. That's sick.
I mean, at least it was interesting. In here, the selling point is,
Damn, I can jump over big gaps. That's crazy.
it's all made up for in the boss fight though. This one's so sick. You're flying around on the backs of these stingray looking things and it feels like one big dogfight. Hey, last element secured, and once I fuse it with my sword, I should be all good to kick Vadi's ass. Fusing the final element into the white sword has turned it into the 4 sword. Link absolutely bodies the magical stone tablet, and we advance to an area with stained glass windows reminiscent of the opening cutscene. There's an extra one this time though, and it reveals that Zelda has the light force that everyone's raving about these days within her. Oh hey big guy, you here to steal some plot devices from Ocarina of Time? Sounds great, man. I'll see you at the top of the castle. I guess as soon as Vadi left the sanctuary, he called up his interior designer because god damn, this place is a lot more green and purple now. And not only did Vadi shamelessly rip off Ganondorf tactics, but he had to go rip off the Hyrule castle theme from A Link to the Past as well.
Someone come pick up your kid. He's fucking with the Spotify queue.
Hyrule Castle is now structured like pretty much every other dungeon in the game, with plenty of baddies to fight, puzzles to solve, and kings
Who just want to sit in their basement and watch the Capitals game. Is that so much to ask for, Cheryl?
After scaling the castle and taking out what feels like 100 dark nuts, I make my way to the boss door. Apparently Vadi is holding a ceremony at the highest point of the castle, and when the ceremony's over, he will have stolen the light force from Zelda, obtain
Even more power!
and Zelda will die. Hey, who do you think will win in a fight? 3 dark nuts or a 10-year-old boy going Hey there, Josh Ramsey, but more purple. Did I ruin your little ceremony? No, I'm sorry. Do you want to take it inside? I guess you did, huh? Wait, is Vadi hot now? Well, you can't be hot and dead, am I right? Well, I guess you could, depending on who you ask, but first form down. I fought a god already, Vadi. You ain't shit. Wait, did you just grr at me? Grr, I'm mad eyeball monster. Grr.
Smell ya!
I de-stoned Zelda and we try to book it out of the castle, but Vadi is still alive and kicking somehow and teleports me to the final battlefield. Alright, big guy. Seems like you don't know when to quit, so let me end this right here and now. Whatever, man. I've basically beaten the game at this point.
Mom, get the game short!
come a long way after all. And what kind of a god would I be if my inferiors didn't properly fear me?
Such arrogance! Your pathetic spear fails to even graze me! Know your place, foolish pig!
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。
Okay, but you know that joke isn't funny anymore, right?
Well, yeah, I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to include.
Like, no one's gonna laugh at it.
I mean, probably not, but I already made the custom text box and...
Are you gonna do the Mudas too?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, alright, just get it over with.
Okay, so... Body is defeated, Zelda is safe, Ezlo is no longer 2 inches deep in my skull. Life's great! Zelda is presented with the cap that gave Vaati his powers by Ezlo and wishes for everything to go back as it was. Ezlo returns to his true size and enters the sanctuary that seals behind him for another 100 years. The curtain falls, the credits roll, and I'm greeted to a slideshow to help reminisce on the adventure I just went on. And the memories are oh so sweet.